Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Patrick Morash. I'm the General Manager of Fort William Historical Park, and I can't tell you how pleased I am to see so many new and some familiar faces to the park. We're always happy to see new faces in particular, and we're always happy to welcome back those who haven't been here for a while. I want to start by recognizing that Fort William Historical Park is a place where we are both present and working on the historical and traditional territory of Fort William First Nation. They're our neighbor and signatory to the Robinson Superior Treaty of 1850. Indigenous people were essential not only to the park as it was in 1815, but today we are attempting to try to tell accurate and authentic stories about the value and significance of Indigenous culture and heritage. And it's something that's very important to us. So I would hope that you would appreciate that as well. I'd like to now introduce MPP and Associate Minister of Forestry and Forest Products, Kevin Holland.
Thank you, Patrick, and good morning, everyone. It's great to see everybody here. I have to, before I start my remarks here, I want to acknowledge I'm being joined by many of my cabinet colleagues here, and it's always great to welcome them back to Thunder Bay. Since the election in 2022, at the time the writ was dropped, we were at, I think, 108, 109 ministers' visits, not counting the premiers. So at the end of this week, we've got a good showing of ministers again. We'll be at 117 by the end of the week. So, and I can't tell you how important it is for me to be able to welcome the ministers here to Thunder Bay and really showcase the potential, the opportunities, and really, the uniqueness of our areas for that better understanding. So when we're at the caucus table or at the cabinet table, they're seeing firsthand as to what it is that we experience here and what we need in Thunder Bay. So it's been remarkable, and I can't thank you enough for the support. So to start off, I have Minister McCarthy with me. Minister Flack, Minister Thompson, and I'll get to you in a minute. And as well, I want to acknowledge, always great to see His Worship Ken Boshkoff here. So Ken and I are starting to travel together here, I think, lately. So over the next couple of days, it's been a busy couple of days, but it's been a good busy. So it's an honor to be here today at Fort William Historical Park, a place that not only preserves our rich cultural heritage, but plays a vital role in our region's tourism, education, and economic development. I'd like to begin by acknowledging and thanking our hosts and community leaders here today. Looking out, I've already mentioned Mayor Boshkoff. There's, looking out, I don't see the other ones that we thought might be here, but special thanks as well to our partners in tourism and events. Bayfest, Sean Spenrath is here. Wake the Giant organizers, Charlotte Robinson from Thunder Bay Chamber of Commerce, Jamie Taylor, and Paul Pepe from the Community Economic Development Corporation. So thank you for being here. Your continued efforts in driving tourism and culture forward in this region is really appreciative and making a big difference in the fabric of Thunder Bay. But today, it's my honor to introduce the Minister Sancho, Ontario's Minister of Tourism, Culture and Gaming. Minister Cho brings great energy and vision to this portfolio. I have the great fortune of sitting directly behind him, so I can always tell him I have his back. So, oh, Chief Solomon, sorry, I didn't see you. I apologize. Okay. So, great to see you again, Chief. Under his leadership, our ministry has been reviewing how attractions like Fort William Historical Park and Huronia Historical Parks can continue delivering meaningful experiences while ensuring long-term sustainability. With a strong event calendar ahead, we're excited about what 2025 and beyond holds. So it's my pleasure. Please help me in welcoming Minister Cho.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Kevin. And let me just start by a point of clarification. When Minister Holland says that 117 cabinet ministers have visited since he's been elected, that's not the size of cabinet. There's been repeat visits. This is my third visit out, I'll have you know. But it's great to see my cabinet colleagues here, Chief Solomon and the wonderful mayor. Always nice to be out here. Thank you for putting up with us for another visit. It won't be the last, that's for sure. And to Patrick, brilliant. Starting off my visit in the gift shop where I now have a credit. Very well done. But today's a very special day and it's an honor to be here. But I want to mention about Minister Holland for a second. This man's been elected for what, 2.5 years roughly? And in that time, he has not stopped advocating for not just his own riding, the entire region, and the proof's in the pudding, right? He's produced, $1.6 billion in investments to the region in that short amount of time. And yes, in the legislature, he sits directly behind me, which gives him ample opportunity to always be advocating for the region nonstop. Kevin, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, you are a true pain in the neck, and Thunder Bay Atikokan is very lucky to have an MPP as hardworking as you. All right, we are really happy to be here, especially at Fort William. This is, as Kevin mentioned, a historical site going back to fur trading and the importance to Indigenous communities and to Canadians becoming Canada, the birthplace of this country. And what better place to be to make this announcement when you think about what we're dealing with in the uncertainty to the south? When I look at why I love this country, and sometimes you reflect when this uncertainty is happening on how lucky we are to live in what I believe to be the best country in the world, part of that is that we can come here from all over the world, celebrate who we are, where we come from, and at the same time appreciate the Indigenous history that we have and the origins of our country and important cultural icons, just like we are here at Fort William celebrating, and we are privileged to get to do that every single day. That's why I'm happy to be here to say that we are investing nearly $20 million to fund more than 350 homegrown festivals and events across Ontario. Now, this investment and these events celebrate our identity, our people, and our communities. And this funding will be made available through Experience Ontario 2025, and they will help foster economic development, draw visitors, and of course, create jobs. Whether these are summertime food festivals, concert series, these are a variety of experiences that highlight the breadth, beauty, and the richness of our province and of our country. I'll give you an example. Right here in Thunder Bay, Bayfest. Do we have Bayfest represented here today? Ooh. Shout out to Bayfest, a round of applause. They will be receiving $125,000 to bring the city's newest music festival right here in July. We also have in Thunder Bay Wake the Giant 2025. Do we have any representatives from Wake the Giant? Right there. Shout out to Wake the Giant. This is a really cool event, part festival, part celebration of inclusivity and Indigenous culture, receiving $55,000 to bring a day of music, art, education, and good food at the waterfront in September. I'm looking forward to an invitation from both of you. Is that possible? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. When we think about what we are facing today from our neighbors to the south, it is incredible uncertainty. It is a time that we need to wrap around the flag and truly celebrate what it means to live here in this great country and province of ours. We take for granted sometimes how vast Ontario is, right? It took me a 2.5-hour plane ride to get here. You can drive from one side of our province right down to Pelee Island in the same time it takes you to get down to Miami Beach. It is vast. 14 European countries fit inside of Ontario, 2 time zones, 4 seasons, and so much to celebrate within those borders. We are lucky to get to live here. And while we remember how lucky we are, let's also remember, that our fight right now is one with one American, not with Americans. Can we all agree that we're Leaf fans in the room? Oh, Patrick, we were off to such a great start. You're not a Leaf fan, are you? Well, look, whatever your taste in hockey teams, as misguided as they are may be, I think we can all agree that we don't love when we hear the American national anthem booed, because our fight is not with our friends to the south. We want to welcome them up to Fort William and to the amazing attractions that we have in Ontario. A recent Destination Ontario study showed that 9 in 10 people in this province plan on traveling within our own borders this year. This is an incredible time to wrap around the flag, to celebrate what we have in the great province of Ontario, and truly believe, because I do, that we are lucky to live here. I've never been prouder to be a Canadian. This announcement today is part of that pride, and I hope we all go out there and celebrate what this great province has to offer. Thank you so much for having us this morning, and congratulations to all the recipients of Experience Ontario 2025. It just occurs to me, no one told me what I'm doing after this. Is this time for questions from the media? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, everyone.